Welcome to the PuCl Podcast. I'm Thatch, and on today's show, we talk about the best and worst Generation 8 Pokemon. Do we think more P.E.K.K.A will make it? Probably not. But nothing major to announce today. But no matter where you're listening to the podcast, it's always helpful for you to like, subscribe, comment, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're listening to us on, because at the end of the day, it helps us out. But I don't want to hold you guys up, so PuCl up and get ready for another awesome episode of the PuCl Podcast.
And now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PuCl Podcast.
It's PuCl! PuCl! It's PuCl! PuCl! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! PuCl! PuCl.
Welcome to another episode of the PuCl Podcast. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, here today with my wonderful co-host. I've got the one and only R Sigma.
Highest of papayas.
And I've got the jovial, as always, Clod 9.
Hello, everyone.
And welcome to the PuCl Podcast. PuCl, of course, stands for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007, where we talk everything from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between in the Pokemon franchise. And boy, howdy, do we talk about random things. But yeah, welcome to the show. This is the part where I ask you guys what you've been doing in Pokemon, and then we kind of just talk about whatever we want. So yeah, what have you guys been up to? Anything new? Anything interesting?
So at least for me, I started going back to League or going to a locals.
Oh man, I'm actually pretty hyped about this. I have a follow up, but I'll let you continue.
So there was like a newer local game store that opened up near me, and I'm like, oh, it is twice as close as all the other ones. So I'm like, all right, I will gladly check this out. And it's right, like really small.
Move. Yeah,
like. It's really small. Like the first day, I think there were 5 of us there. Second day, there were 2. Like the next week, there was 2 of us, and like I don't mind. But it's run by this guy who plays like professional like Pokemon Go. Like he goes to region.
Professional Pokemon Go.
They exist.
Oh, what does that mean?
I say professional, but like he goes to like Pokemon regionals, and like he's like top 20 NA. I think he's won a regional before.
He's like competitive battling Pokemon Go. I thought he was one of the guys who's just like he's wearing the backpack with the camera.
No,
one of those people with like 6 phones on their bike. Yeah.
Competitive Pokemon Go, but he started up the like TCG League, and like he goes to events, and like if they're nearby, he'll. I think when they've been around me, he's gone and like been a judge, and I'm like, this is awesome. So I was talking with him and his dog. He has a service dog that he takes with him, Pepsi. I'm like, that's super fun. So and he's been playing like the past couple of years. Like he's probably going to Worlds this year for Pokemon Go, cool. And I'm like, oh, that's neat. Wow, that's awesome. So big shout out to him because he's been super nice, and I've been one of a couple people there, and it's been fun. I like the small leagues because I get just to have fun and like try out fun little dumb things that sometimes work, sometimes don't. And I don't need the full competitive like, oh, we're gonna run into like 30-40 people that are all sweaty tryhards. Instead, it's just gonna be us just having fun. Yeah. And it's been a lot of fun.
Claude, I feel like we have the same vibe or the same desire for the vibe. There's actually I've noticed this recently because there's a lot. Dayton, Ohio has like an absurd number per capita like tabletop gaming stores in the area. I kid you not, I think I listed them off last week, and there's like 6 or 7 that I can drive to within like 25 minutes.
Every town around me has its own game store.
Yeah, it's insane. Like there's like 7 within 20 minutes of me, and it's and so there's some that I like to go to more than others because they're more D&D focused. And that's typically what I do at like an LGS nowadays. There's a couple that are designed just for TCGs that I do go to like pick up cards and stuff like that when I need them. Because nowadays you can only buy singles if you want to play the game anyway. So they forget buying product.
Still waiting for Journey Together ETB.
one of a couple of like local game stores that are not like on the big market chains have started being, at least near me, have been like, oh, we're gonna offer stuff to our players first at MSRP and limit everything to like one a person. Yeah. Even otherwise, and it's like,
no, that's what we've had. We've had that at a couple game stores. The problem is, well, I say the problem. This is a good solution, and I do like it because they know they're going to sell it anyway. But what one of my local game stores did when Journey Together came out is they sold everything at MSRP. Booster boxes MSRP. They sold ETB to MSRP, and the catch was if you went there, you could only buy one item. Just one. So like I couldn't buy an ETB and a booster box. I could only buy one or the other, which is, I think, completely fair.
Yeah.
It's a bummer because I like having both, one of each, but like that's fine.
Yeah, the way the market is understandable. Like you get to buy something, and that's the important part.
Yep.
Yeah. And my local like shop is it's like said, it's very new to Pokemon. It was primarily Magic for a long time, and like they had a big thing for the last Magic event, but like they're like, oh, I'm trying to get it. Like the guy's like, I'm trying to get it so that way when the Rocket set comes out, we'll be able to have like a pre-release, and I can start giving out like prize packs and stuff. Or you know, when they get, they'll be more likely to get product from Pokemon, from distributors, whatever, and that means we can give it back to you guys. And I'm like, yes, that would be wonderful.
All for it. Yeah, there's like
because the Rocket set looks super cool, and I like it.
I don't love the Rocket cards, but I look forward to like Ethan and Cynthia cards. So
Ethan's where my heart really is, but I mean,
Ethan's what I care most about.
I totally get that. I totally get that, actually. Yeah,
I'm like fully into like, let's go full Team Rocket and find a way to make it work.
Yeah,
early lists from Japan make it look like that's a possibility, but
I don't know. Early list out of Japan also made like Hop's deck look way better than it is too.
Yeah, and same with Enzoroark.
This happens every single time. With most sets, people freak out because Japan did something, but they're a best of one format, and so like random things can bubble, and and a lot of people just don't take that into account.
And people just don't like sitting down and playing Dragapult.
Just going back.
Like I've noticed Dragapult's still not playing De-Evolution TM, and it should, because melodics are coming for them.
I'm playing it in my list, but that's a different story.
No, you should.
That's why I stopped playing Cyril Edge, because Cyril Edge hard loses to melodic. Really bad.
I know. I've been playing a lot of Terrabox recently, and I love Terrabox, and I'm trying to find ways I can throw tech into Terrabox, and it's not working.
I play Archaladon. Like every
Archaladon's fun. Archaladon's fun.
Archaladon's looks like
I've settled on the Wooloo version, but you know, I have a blast with it. It's a good time.
But going back to what I was going for was, they around me, a lot of the stores that weren't holding Pokemon leagues have started holding Pokemon leagues. And for me, in terms of my schedule, like the best time to do a Pokemon league is about I don't know, somewhere in the ballpark of like Sunday afternoon. Like that's when I have the most free time and I'd be able to go consistently. And one of them specifically like doesn't run like a little tournament their league. It's just casual play. And I'm kind of here for that. And it's actually one of my favorite like tabletop gaming stores for like D&D product and stuff in town. So I'm going to probably start going over there probably this weekend, actually, like before this episode comes out. Because I spent some time like actually putting physical decks together again, and it felt real good.
I might actually start going to the local one in the summer. Once the season dies off, because I actually, so you remember when we had the news about those playmats from Pokemon Masters?
Yeah.
Not only did I win one of them, I somehow won both of them. So,
oh my gosh.
What? That's so cool.
That's so cool.
I got to go to show it off, right?
Yeah.
Wait, how many? So how many were given away though?
250 of each.
Oh my gosh.
The reply, to be fair, the messages, there had to have been plenty of people who entered through the app, because on Twitter, the replies to it are like just over 100.
Oh my gosh. It's because
they were giving away 250. So
I can't imagine that game is like has a high player base or anything. Also, giving away a playmat there is kind of weird too.
They've been giving away a few of them. I think it's mostly for Japan because it was to tie into Journey Together before Journey Together released here. So
I see.
Like there's a Lily one that I got with all her outfits on it from the game. Yeah. And then there's the one with the popular characters in their Arceus outfits, which, you know, we'll take what we can get. I like having a playmat with Lance, Cynthia, and Leon and Steven on it, even if they have to be in their Arceus clothes.
Of course.
like it's a really cool mat. So
no, it is, the mats were neat. I was just like, I don't know how much I feel like interacting with Pokemon Masters EX to get it. That was the big
it was a very easy event to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have to interact, basically.
The one Twitter post has like 116 replies, and the other one had like 160.
I just imagine
replies.
they just didn't have enough people submit, and that's how you ended up with.
I mean, I won one through Twitter and one through the app. So
okay.
Wow.
Like I won it through different means, but I don't know how many people entered through the app. I have to imagine it was some number.
It had to be more than the Twitter, right? It had to be more than Twitter.
It has to be more than Twitter. Like I said, they gave away 250 and they didn't even get up to that number of replies. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Which is shocking. But yeah, I'm really excited for those. They don't come till like June and July. So.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't have anything else to really go on about. I mean, I just built some decks and I'm going to be ready for Sunday. So I'm going to go play either like Pult or Duraludon or something.
I wish I had more events that were just like Sunday afternoon or like Sunday like noon.
I
don't have anything like that.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do it on Sunday. I'm just going to go down at noon on Sunday and go play some Pokemon
I'm
casually.
jealous because I don't have any of that on Sunday. All of it's like I think I can do every day like after work and Saturdays. But like there's like nothing. I think it's a Sunday night one. But I'm like that's not fun.
Yeah, my favorite one in the area.
It was rough when I was doing Magic, and it was always Wednesday nights for drafting or something like that.
Yeah. But all right, so yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna cut it here, guys, and we're gonna go talk about some news because there is some. So let's go cue that epic music. And welcome to our news. In the news, we've got a few things to talk about. Let's pull that up. First of all, if you're a Pokemon Unite player, I mean, I don't know. I feel like more of those people listen to us than people who play Pokemon Masters EX. Sound off in the comments. Fight me about it. I imagine.
I mean, I think it's more approachable of a game, and it's kind of fun and easy to jump into. So
yeah. Alolan Raichu, though, is available starting April 17th, which was yesterday as of recording. And yeah, you can go get it. I guess you have to pay for it right now, though.
That's how they usually do it. It's like a week or two, and then you can get it within game.
Just get it. Yeah. So you do have to pay for it.
Weaken it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's happening. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders begin on April 24th in the United States for those of us waiting, including myself.
I thought it was 23rd.
It says the 24th to begin the April 24th. I'm looking at the press release right now, Claude.
Ooh, never mind. All right. Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 begins on April 24th. And
Target
you can
starts at midnight on Eastern time. So yeah, it would be the 23rd for you, technically.
So,
if you want.
So 23rd at midnight. Is that what I heard?
Depending on the store.
Midnight Eastern. Depending on it depends on the store.
So 11. Okay.
Yeah. So I will refresh Target and be disappointed.
Yeah. Target opens online at like the 24th at midnight. So
I don't like the way they did it through the Nintendo, where like you have to wait until May to know if you can get it.
Yeah, it's weird that they don't tell you beforehand. Like, I understand not opening the pre-orders, but like you should know so you know if you need to order
you
it.
You pre-order it or not? Yeah, right.
Do we know about Amazon at all, or no?
My understanding is Amazon and Nintendo are
not happy.
Probably will not. You will probably not get it from Amazon from Nintendo.
Yeah,
all right,
but yeah, you can get the Nintendo Switch 2. The price is unchanged at $450. Nintendo Switch 2 plus the Mario Kart bundle of $500, and then of course all the games with the prices that everybody's mad about, along with all. Tell me about it.
I mean, and $70 is the industry standard at this point, so those are fine. It's the $80 Mario Kart that doesn't really matter because why wouldn't you just get the bundle?
Get the bundle if you're gonna buy Mario Kart anyway, right? Like,
I mean, it hurts the physical people, but I mean, they've always hurt. They're the ones who are making the prices more expensive. So
Yeah. And then Joy-Con 2 are $95 if you want a second pair of them, which I probably will.
Yeah, the accessories were actually raised in price from what they were originally announced, by the way.
The Pro controller's up to $85. And the grips and everything, they're more expensive than they were before, but yeah.
I just want another. One thing I'll want is probably a Pro controller to go along with the
I will probably buy a Pro controller and hold off on a second pair of Joy-Con.
That's exactly my plan.
That's kind of what I'll do. I'm also probably going to buy another dock as well. I'll probably buy another dock.
Well, you don't need another. Can't you use your old dock?
No.
The dock is very different.
Yeah, the dock is different. You can't use the old docks.
I might need a second dock. Dang it.
Yeah, I was going to buy another dock because we've got 3 TVs that we use typically to play. So having them just all around is nice.
Yeah, I'm probably not bothering getting the console until closer to Pokemon.
That makes sense.
I got Switch at launch, and I remember what happened after I was done with Breath of the Wild, and you just waited and waited. Yeah, and then
it's kind of the story of a new console in general. The reason I'm getting this honestly isn't for Mario Kart, right? I'm gonna get the Mario Kart bundle probably, but I'm mostly getting it so I can up-res Scarlet and Violet. I can up-res Pokemon ZA when it comes out. I mean, that's what I'm getting it for. Thankfully, unlike the Switch, this at least does have some kind of back catalog. This is much like the 3DS.
This is fair. It can
where you have a huge back catalog, and I do see a world where the Switch 2 kind of staggers a little bit like the 3DS did at its launch. Because why would you get a Switch 2 right now? Unless you want to play Mario Kart World or you want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza, or maybe you really want the up-res Pokemon ZA that comes out.
I mean, what I really want to play is the Fire Emblem game, but that's not a launch. So.
I want the GameCube console games.
I do want that as well. Yeah,
that's where the Fire Emblem game is.
Yeah, I want GameCube console, and I want Mario Kart, and all I really care is getting the Switch 2 before Pokemon.
That's where I'm at. It's
where I get it before that, but as long as I can get it before that,
I absolutely agree with that.
Because
Pokemon's not coming till October, November, so I'm good.
Isn't Kirby Air Riders coming out this year too, or
yes,
at some point?
And that's the one I really want as well. And I want to. I'm just really upset
when they announced the games, 2 of the big headliners were just racing games.
Right. I don't care. Kirby Air Riders is not a racing game.
It was, wasn't it? It was Kirby Air Riders.
It was so much more than racing.
But it's still racing.
I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to ask you.
It's built on racing.
But it was also a whole open world city event that was
that you eventually raced with. You collected
either raced or fought.
Okay.
There were other different things. There was also a dart game.
It's essentially cars.
I'm gonna move us on from the Switch 2 discussion.
Fine.
And let us know that NEIC registration is next week. So if you want to go to the Pokemon International Championships in North America, those are starting on. You can do the first wave at 5 p.m. Pacific on April 22nd, and then 7 a.m. Pacific on April 23rd. So you can go ahead and try to sign up as well. It would be you can do it. I'm sure those spots are going to fill up super fast.
It's Cornerstone themed.
It is Cornerstone. Yeah, we're on Cornerstone now. But yeah, NAIC this year. It's going to be in New Orleans again. So yeah, check that out. I guess if you're interested in going, lots of people underneath the post are going. But yeah. I'm going to kick things on over to you, Clod.
Scarlet Violet news. We have Terraflying Salamence 7-star raids rerun is coming this weekend. And apparently Electros is a good solo option for it with Gastro Acid to remove the Moxies. This way you can just acid spray it down. God. Yeah, I think I had something like that with I think I have a Belly Bolt that does something similar. But if you're going to NAIC, you won't be able to battle on your Switch 2. Just
I imagine that they're just not ready for that.
Yes. When that time comes, NAIC, you cannot use a Switch 2 for NAIC. You hear that now? Remember it. Don't forget.
It's going to happen anyway. I guarantee you there's a story about somebody who shows up with a Switch 2 and did not know that.
Yep.
Probably. I mean, it seems like they're putting it on the sign-up forms. It's like, hey, you can't do this. And they're
somebody's
going to
miss it. Somebody's going to miss it. I guarantee miss it or forget. They're going to miss or forget.
Oh, 100%.
It's going to happen. There's going to be a story about it. Somebody's going to be really upset on Twitter. Calling it now.
Anyways, the Atlanta Regionals happened last weekend. The top 8, half the top 8 featured Koraidon, which I'm surprised with, but also not surprised because Koraidon's been doing really, really well right now.
Yeah.
But the bigger surprise is that Brute Bonnet and Iron Crown got its first major win, which is kind of wild.
They're so happy.
I know nothing about that team or what happened to VGC, but that's really cool.
All that matters is Brute Bonnet did well. Good for Brute Bonnet.
Good for Brute Bonnet.
Everyone makes fun of it because it's worse Among Us, but he did it.
It is worse Among Us. It absolutely is. All right. Well, we got some Pokemon Go. That's you, Sigma.
Yeah. First up, we got apples. Starting on Thursday, you'll be able to find apples on the ground.
Wow.
What do these apples have? Well, some of them are Applin, which you need a bunch of because you need 200 Applin candy to evolve it. And you also need to collect 20 of each of the evolution apples from the ground. So that's
how is this going to work when this event's over? How does this work when this is over?
There are only 2 apple evolutions. Yeah, I hate these events where it's like you can only get this guy here. So it's maybe you could. It would be neat if apples just showed up when you're walking through like
on a route,
a forest.
Like if you did like the routes that they really want you to do, you know.
I was thinking like parks are on the map. If you go to a park, you can find apples. That would make sense.
That's fair.
I wouldn't be against that. There are no third evolutions.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we have Diplin.
There's no Diplin. There's no Hydrapple. I fear that because if Diplin's 200 candies, what's Hydrapple going to be? 400? That's terrible.
No, I think it's going to be 3 heads, so it's going to be 600.
Well, yeah, 600 total.
Yeah.
200 for the Diplin, and then it's just no.
Yeah,
it's not looking forward to that. Sunday is Community Day for Vanillite. I don't know why it's an ice cream in spring, but sure.
It's a good time. It's getting warm out. You want an ice cream.
I mean, it would make more sense in like the middle of summer. Granted, it's really warm today. And huge news, Rookity are now wild spawns. Rare, but they're there. They're in the wild now.
Wow.
As they should have been.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah, I agree with that.
And then we have more Atlanta regional news since it was the first big event since rotation. Dragapult was massive. Like massive. It was over 25% of the decks on day 2. Golden Go was in second place with
I did see that. Like
15%.
Dragapult's like the top bajillion outside of like the Gardevoir that won.
Thank God it's got a deck releasing next at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Like you can just go to Target and buy the deck. And
well, you and I were talking on stream yesterday about how Dragapult, or not Dragapult, but Golden Go was like $10 a card now.
Yeah.
Like we're getting Lugia levels of cost.
Well, was it in the reprint set? Like that could be why.
No, it wasn't. No.
Like Terapagos was in the EV set, thankfully.
Yeah.
Archaludon was not,
like,
which is why
I think the only gross ones right now are just like I think it's mostly just Golden Go. I think Golden Go is gross right now.
Yeah. Archaludon probably has the potential to get up there if it sees more play.
Yeah.
Because it was also one that wasn't in a reprint set.
I mean, I was happy to see all these decks there except for Gardevoir. Like, I'm just kind of tired of Gardevoir. It plays faster now, thank God. It plays faster.
I think there were a couple N Zoroark decks in the top 100.
I did see.
And they just said
there was one. There's one Greninja Blaziken EX deck in the top 100 as well.
Oh, the Sylveon deck in top 12.
That one was on stream too. It was a good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It just kept throwing those Dreepy back into the deck. It's like, no, just get out, go. And Clefairy like gives it a nice 08 1-hit KO on it too on off turns. So that's neat. And then there's a chance that we should get the pocket set announced this week. We know there's one at the end of the month, so we should get a trailer.
Yeah. Well, that's our news. Reminder, Puckle Badge Bonanza is going on, and it is TCG, so you just got to play Pokemon TCG Pocket or Pokemon TCG Live and get to Ultra Ball or Great Ball, whatever ranks you have to get to.
I just finished that like the other day.
Yeah.
So thrilled to be done.
You can go get them. You can go get them.
If you're playing TCG Live, make sure you take a picture of whatever your rank is before it resets on like Thursday.
Yes.
And
then of course
it's cute. We're going with cumulative wins. You need 39.
Yes.
Oh, you need 39 wins? I thought it was just hit Ultra.
Well, I mean, it roughly 39 wins. It's if you get streaks, lowers, but you know, it's
okay.
39 or 390 points to get to Ultra Ball, which is 39 wins because you get 10 per win. So
sometimes 13.
Well, like I said, if you're on streaks, it lowers it.
Yeah, if you're on streaks, it lowers it. So yeah, that makes sense.
It can lower it, but you need multiple streaks. So,
all right, well, guys, that has been the news. We are gonna kick things on over now to Puckle's Poke Quiz, where we're gonna quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge.
Oh, hi, and welcome to the Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz our co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Mark from the Dunsparce gang, here to explain the rules. Our fabulous co-hosts will work as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that fans have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The host can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct and do not use the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
Welcome to the Poke Quiz. We're going to jump right on into it after that wonderful introduction. Remember, you can always submit your questions at our Discord at puclpodcast.com. We can always use more questions. Thank you for those of you who did give us some. We will definitely get to them at some point. One of them is definitely used today. And hopefully that makes you feel better. Cool. But with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our questions. Our first question, as always, is a base stat question, as always. Like, it's just, or not base stat question. Yeah, that's what I should start doing. I should start using that as a warm-up so that you guys don't feel safe. But yeah, no, this first question is your general trivia question, and it's from Albatross Eagle. And Albatross Eagle asks, or doesn't ask, but says, the Ghost Marowak in Lavender Town is the first wild Pokemon that cannot be caught by normal gameplay and without cheating. You have to run away to defeat it. What generation did this situation next happen? What is the next generation in which you were in a battle in which you were not able to catch the Pokemon? You were forced to fight it.
That's a great question.
So
we know the latest.
Kyurem is the latest, right? Fused Kyurem is like as late as it goes.
Yes. Okay. So
is there one
somewhere
before that?
I'm thinking Gen 4. Let me go through Gen 2.
Because you could catch the shiny Gyarados. You could catch the electrodes powering the plant in CN.
Yep. I think Gen 2, you're fine.
Gen 3.
I'm going to need an answer here, guys.
Sorry. Then there's some thinking through this in my head. I'm trying to think Gen 3, Gen 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like
Gen
main
4?
Game?
This is it is main game, yes.
Like
so
it's not like
it's
an
not like
extra,
Coliseum, right?
It's not like Coliseum. No, we're not counting that.
Okay.
Because it might be Fused Kyurem.
Is it really just Fused Kyurem?
Because I imagine it's not. It doesn't count the movie props. I imagine.
No.
Maybe it is just Fused Kyurem. I can't think of anything else before that.
Are you going with Fused Kyurem? Are you going with Gen 5?
I guess.
Are we locking that in? I don't hear any objections, so you're locking it in.
Yeah, sounds good.
The answer is Generation 5 with Kyurem in Black and White 2.
Okay.
You're correct.
And then we had Shadow Giratina in
that's true.
In BDSP. Another boss we can't catch.
All right.
My mind went to the totem Pokemon in Alola first.
Oh no. No, you can catch those though.
I mean, you can get them as gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't catch them.
But but it happened next to with black and white, right? So.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, black and white was earlier, so I was never worried.
Another general trivia question. This one comes from Not Quite the Bot. Hopefully, you guys have been playing your Pokemon Pocket, because in Pokemon Pocket, there's only one card in Promo-A that has the Promo/Chansey emblem on the left-hand side.
It's Ekans! I brought it up on the Discord. It's Ekans.
That is correct. It's Ekans. It is Ekans. The answer is that the fact that I said it and you got it that quickly. This is why people get annoyed at this, because like I can ask you guys so many questions and then a normie comes and then they're like, I have no idea what this question is. I go, if I don't ask questions this hard, they will be answered immediately.
You can go to the chat and scroll up.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's probably why they put the question in the chat.
I complained. I'm like, this is
probably why it was submitted.
Displeasing.
It's probably why it was submitted. All right, well, you guys are 2 for 2 now.
To be fair, I didn't sign up for this episode until yesterday.
That is true. They
wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have known.
I didn't do anything. I'm just here. I'm just a guy.
Your next question is your Pokedex entry, as always. Reptile this week, and Reptile wants to know from this entry for Pokemon Moon. It sheds and regrows its scales on a continuous basis. The scales become harder and sharper each time they're regrown. Who's that Pokemon?
Is Druddigon in Sun and Moon?
Oh no. Who's the clingering scales? That one.
Jangmo-o.
Yeah, it's got to be that line. That's when I think of scales in Alola, that's the first thing I think of.
That is fair. That is fair. They are very tough. So, I don't think it would be Komodo. So let's go for
what's the middle one?
Hakamo-o?
Yeah.
Hakamo-o.
All right. Well, we'll tell you if it's true or not after we get to this second entry from Reptile. This one's from Pokemon Scarlet. It gets into fistfights so intense that the scales on his arms peel off. Bare arms are a sign of valiance.
Wow, it's a fighting type, huh?
Okay.
Fighting dragon, huh?
Fighting dragon?
It's either this or Komodo. So yeah.
Are you sticking with your answer?
Let's stay on Hakamo. That's in the line, right?
Hakamo is correct. Hakamo. All right, that you guys are 4 for 3, so this question's only worth 2 points. There are 6 answers. The way I'm going to play this is there are 6 answers. For every 3 answers you get a point. So that's how this works this time. This is going to be from The Real EV. In the Pokemon anime, Ash is notorious for not fully evolving his Pokemon. What are the names of the 6 Pokemon? What are the names of the 6 Pokemon he has kept at the middle stage of a 3-stage line?
Oh, this is a more
3 strikes and you're out.
Okay.
I am gonna give you guys kind of a time limit on this. If I don't hear an answer within like 30 seconds, you're done. You get a strike and you get 3 strikes and then you're out.
Well, Bayleaf and Quilava are free, right?
Yeah, I was those are the middle ones I know of.
Those are the 2 I know right off the top.
Those 2 are correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it gosh, gotta think now. Servine?
Yeah, right?
Wasn't Servine stuck in the middle form?
Possibly.
I don't lock in Servine?
Sure.
That is incorrect. That's your first strike.
He got Superior? Darn.
No, he never evolved into Servine.
Oh my gosh.
I know he didn't have Superior. I didn't know if he had a Servine.
Wow. I'm
pretty sure he got Ambor.
I got it wrong. Yep.
He definitely got to Leviani. I'm pretty sure he got to Crocodile.
He did get to Crocodile.
Did he ever get to Gigalith? Did he ever get past Boldor?
Boldor is a good. Boldor is a good shout, I think.
Are you going with Boldor?
Did he ever? Sure.
Boldor is correct. That is 3 of them. That's your first point.
I didn't know
3
if he
more
ever
Pokemon you're not thinking of that he had stuck at middle evolutions.
Yeah. We're
one of these answers will surprise you probably.
I don't think he got Embor. I think it was stuck at Pignite.
Did it? Okay.
I don't remember the Embor.
Are we locking that in?
Right,
Pignite?
So and then there was also, did he get to Seismitoad? Because Palpitoad I know was another one that was a
He might not have ever made it to Seismitoad. Seismitoad's kind of ugly, so I could see them staying with Palpy.
So are you going?
I think they kept both Palpy and Pignite.
Okay.
Are you going to go ahead and submit both of those?
Sure.
Those are both correct. There is one more, and it's both obvious and not at the same time.
It's Pikachu.
It is Pikachu.
Yep.
It is Pikachu. That is the answer, yes.
There's something.
Yes, the answers are Pignite, Palpitoad, Boldore, Quilava, Bayleaf, and of course Pikachu. They are all middle stage evolutions that never evolved under the care of Ash. All right. Well, you guys are on a perfect score right now. You guys are, what is it? 6 for 4. You guys haven't used the hint. You guys can go for the thing. This the bonus point. This is your 5th question. It is your base stat question as always, and it is this week from Ace Trainer Nova. Which regional variant has the highest base speed of all regional variants?
Electrode is the first thing that comes to my mind.
That's a very good starting.
I don't think there's anything that comes close to the 150.
Electrode is one of the fastest Pokemon, period.
Correct. And
there's not a regional Excelgor yet.
No.
There's not a regional Ninjask yet.
Nope.
There's not a regional Pheromosa yet. So
and I think all of those are below Electrode. Or no, Excelgor is. No, I think Excelgor is below, but Pheromosa is definitely faster. And I don't think I don't think there's a regional variant. I mean, unless you want to count the Deoxys forms as regional variants, but
technically they are. Speed form is exclusive to Emerald, right? That's regional. Emerald Hoenn. Whereas
those are not regional forms. Those are not regional.
Give
me the answer. What's the answer? You guys know the answer.
It's Electrode. Yeah.
The answer is Electrode. You know the answer. It's got a base stat of 150. Come on. All right. So that is our trivia. You guys got a perfect score for dilly-dallying all day.
Yeah.
Mewtwo-Y is definitely regional.
Mewtwo-Y? Is that what you're going to go with next? Mewtwo-Y?
Yep.
Mewtwo-Y is fast, right? It's faster than Electrode. I think. Maybe.
No. I don't think it is.
Is it not?
All right. That changes up our trivia because you guys got a perfect score today. You guys got a perfect score. So that's 8 points.
We did it.
It does change the top 4. The top 4 are going to go at the end of the year to our Tournament of Champions. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna total that up. Oops, it wasn't dragging properly. I apologize. And so in first place now we've got our Sigma with 42 points.
Yeah.
In second place, we have a tie between Seth Vilo and Jushiro with 38 points.
Dang.
In fourth place, we've got a newcomer to the top 4. It is Clod 9 with 36 points.
Oh no, he's going to pass me next
Love
week.
that.
Yeah, he could.
I have to get more than 6 points to do that, though.
It's doable. You have Shark.
Yeah, you have Shark, actually.
Ooh.
So...
It is
and
me
then
and Shark.
In fifth, we have Sublime with 30. In sixth, Whimsicott with 28. In seventh, Shark with 25. In eighth, Linian with 16. And in ninth, Bocephus with 11. Top 4 get to go to that Battle Royale at the end of the year. So let's see how it goes. There's still plenty of time for anybody to make it to the top 4. They can catch you. So with that, though, guys, we are going to go ahead and kick it on over to our topic. Welcome to our topic. Our topic today is a crowd favorite. I didn't realize we hadn't done one of these in like more than 6 or 7 weeks, but we are doing a top 5, bottom 5 Pokemon ranking that we do here at the Puckle Podcast once a month or so. What we do is if you haven't been to this kind of show before, what we do is we actually take a group of Pokemon or a group of Pokemon related people, things, and we talk about them. We rank them. It's not quite a tier list, but each of us will take a turn nominating somebody for the top and the bottom 5 of that category. This month, we are going to be talking about Generation 8 Pokemon. So we're doing Generation 8 because there's no way to like really fit the Hisuian Pokemon in.
There's only 6. So it makes it
because there's only like 6
5.
that are unique and new. So we're lumping them in with everybody else. So it's Generation 8 Pokemon, and we're going to go ahead and talk about that. As is tradition, I guess I will get to go first, and I get to nominate a top and a bottom. I'm going to go ahead and nominate a top first. Mostly, I'm going to do a controversial pick because I know nobody else likes it, probably, but I like it irrationally, which I think is the best way to like something. I really like Berserker as a concept.
Interesting. This is not the regional evolution I thought you were going to go for.
I mean, Sirfetch'd is also very good, and I'd rather do that one, but I also just need to shout out Berserker.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, same.
Sirfetch'd is also very good. Sirfetch'd is also very good, so we could do Sirfetch'd. I'm okay with that.
I 1000% expected you to say Sirfetch'd, and I'm like,
correct, same.
Are we on the Sirfetch'd train then? Like, I'm on the Sirfetch'd train.
I think we all have
no issue with Sirfetch'd.
Yeah.
Sirfetch'd is a great design for a Farfetch'd evolution. Like,
and it's wonderful, and it's great, and it looks cool, and it's.
I can say no wrong about Sirfetch'd. I can say no wrong about it.
I can. Its signature move is dumb, but
I wish it was faster. But
I wish it was faster, and I wish it had a different signature move instead of just like Giga Impact.
So when I got back into the Pokemon TCG, I was only building budget decks, which now to me, as somebody who's way more into TCGs than the normal person nowadays, sounds kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think that I really like Sirfetch'd.
I mean, to be fair,
I built a deck that was like a Sirfetch'd V deck. It was so bad. It was so bad.
The VMAX era was expensive. Like
I don't even know if it was that expensive. Like I guess it was kind of nuts when Palkia came out, because that's when I got back into it. Was right when Palkia came out.
ADP was rough. But I remember
I missed ADP. I missed ADP. Thankfully.
Like, I think Dragapult VMAX was expensive. I don't know. It's hard to remember because that was like
years ago,
pandemic times. Mm-hmm. So like the cost of cards didn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there weren't events.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I absolutely wanted just to shout out my boy, Sirfetch'd there. And then I have to give you guys one for the bottom two. And
you don't have to go far from Sirfetch'd to find something.
No, you don't. That's absolutely true. And I think his name is Mr. Rhyme.
Yep.
I think his name is.
I was right next to it on the list. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Rhyme is.
I don't have a preference for or against, so this is.
Yeah, Mr. Rhyme is like, honestly, in my opinion, one of like a Pokemon that didn't need a regional evolution, or I don't know, like a Pokemon that definitely didn't need a regional evolution that got one.
But you don't like replacing Jinx?
Yeah, it was just, it's very weird. It's very disturbing. Because honestly, to this day, I don't know. This is like a worse belly bolt situation where like you don't know where to look. It's like, yeah, you just don't know where to look because it's
yeah.
Where's its face? Which way is its face? Right.
There are two sets of eyes. I don't know which
sets of eyes.
Well, both of them are staring at you.
Yes, correct. That's the problem.
There's a nose and a mustache that are not attached to each other.
Yeah, it's disturbing. I'm not a fan of Mr. Rhyme. I do not like Mr. Rhyme. He bothers me. I will never, like, I'm upset it exists because to do like a dex completion now, you're going to have to remember it exists.
Yep.
And that's disturbing. Like, we shouldn't have to, like, nobody should be subjected to that. It shouldn't happen, but here we are. Mr. Rhyme right there on the top. Yeah. I don't know who wants to go next, but whoever wants to go next is more than welcome to.
I've got an obscure pick.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know if it's going to get anywhere. So Thwacky's number one in my heart, but
okay,
pushing him is hard. People don't like Thwacky. I don't know why. He's a.
It's not that I don't like Thwacky. It's just that there's definitely better Pokemon than Thwacky, right? Like
we have another mid-stage. We have a mid-stage that is the centerpiece of one of the 2 dungeons of the game. It's the most memorable part of that dungeon, and it evolves into an atrocity that we don't talk about. My nomination for top is Carkol.
Carkol!
It's such a cool design, and watching it run through the Galar Mine number 1 is such a memorable moment in games.
Carkol is the only way you could salvage that line, in my opinion, because
I don't know why it didn't evolve into a train. Right? I am baffled by this fact. But Carkol on its own is great.
Yes, it is. Carkol's great. Carkol, like the fact that we go from Roly-Coly to Carkol feels very natural. And then you go to whatever the heck Colossal is.
Yeah, I don't know what Colossal is. Like
it's just Rhydon.
Is kind of cool, but
it's just Rhydon. Like it's just fire type. It's Rhydon with a fire type. Like that's what it looks
like.
Yeah. Like that's what upsets me the most.
The G-Max reminds me of one of the Titans from Hercules. Is what it.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Regular Colossal, not super exciting. It's actually incredibly.
I'm not gonna be mad if Carkol ends up on the top 5.
I think it's top 5.
I just don't think it's top 5.
Yeah, that's why I said it's an out there pick. But I think it was
This is when you do the out there picks. Like the first round's when you do the out there picks, right?
It kind of failed. Like the evolution line failed because Colossal exists. Yeah. But a minecart is a very cool design for.
Yeah. I absolutely agree with you.
Yep.
And for bottom, I'm also not going far from this list because everyone loves Yamper. I'm shocked that people love Yamper. But I never hear anyone talk about Bolton because
that's the right answer. Nobody should talk about Bolton.
It's so bad. It's like a bad Manectric.
Nobody should talk about Bolton.
But I think there's worse, but I'm not going to argue with it.
Like it's just so boring coming from Yamper. People love Yamper.
Yes.
And then Bolton.
I have a plush of Yamper like right next to me right now. And I'm like, oh.
Like I remember reading through the survey results and seeing all the people who love Yamper. I'm like, this is a lot more people than I ever loved Yamper. But then Bolton exists. And it literally is just a dog.
You're absolutely correct though. Like you're correct. Like
it's such a boring design. They didn't try.
It is. It's a terribly boring design. Like
and Yamper, the sad part is
Bolton
they made it look cool in the Galar Gym logo.
Yeah, Bolton is absolutely like nobody talks about it and it's just always there. I don't know. Bolton's weird, man. Because it's actually like a good Pokemon. I think the real what really bothers me about Bolton, and this isn't even Bolton's fault, is that he came out the generation that announced exit, right? So everybody's a little bit sour. And they go on about how they want to make sure that each region feels correct and that they don't want too many Pokemon that feel the same in that region. But then Manectric is in Sword and Shield.
He's in the region. He's just there. It's not
Manetric's
the
there. It's the same thing.
They're the same type of Pokemon. They are both electric dogs.
They are both electric dogs. I'm okay with Bolton being there because I also don't understand how a Corgi evolves into that.
I like the Corgi.
Yeah, Yamper's great.
Anything bad about Yamper? Yamper's great.
If you want to nominate Yamper for top 5, Clod, I might get behind you. Okay,
I'm not, but I have other agendas I have to hit first.
Obviously, like Bolton. I think I agree should go on the bottom. I think we agree.
I think it's just a disappointment coming from Yamper.
Yeah,
Yamper had potential.
Yamper did not evolve into the right thing. It's
correct.
There's a lot of missed potential in many evolutions this generation.
Yes.
Yes.
You're correct. All right. Well, what were you gonna nominate, Clod?
All right. So my top, I gotta. There's a couple that I want to, and there's one I think that should be here. So I'll start with the one I really want first, and that's Obstagoon. I love Obstagoon. It is my precious little,
It feels very Galarian.
Yep. So I love Obstagoon. It's like the kiss thing, and it's great, and it's wonderful, and it makes me happy. So that's pretty much it. It's Obstagoon or it's bust.
Obstagoon or bust.
Obstagoon or bust. That's the life, man.
Obstagoon or bust. I hit the wrong button there. Obstagoon is
I think it's cool. It evolves from Linoon, which
Obstagoon,
was
I'm not even
one.
like, this was, they did really well. The only knock I can give against Obstagoon, and this isn't me saying I wouldn't put it on the top, is that Obstagoon, I really hate that, like, there's, up until that point, there's been this trend of there's a normal type Pokemon that they're going to make a regional of, and they're just like, it's dark type now. That's the solution. It's dark type now.
Fine.
I mean, it's fine. Obstagoon is really cool though, because it's like based on Kiss. Like there's a lot of reasons to actually really like Obstagoon.
Yeah.
The only thing I really dislike now is because they finally like ripped the Band-Aid off of like, we can just let Pokemon evolve again. But we got that like weird split evolution with the regionals in Gen 8.
Yeah.
So like Galarian Linoon could evolve, but regular Linoon can't evolve. Like I want Hoennian Obstagoon.
Just like Hoennian Deoxys.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's wrong, but we're somewhere.
We're like halfway to something. But I would be okay with Obstagoon in the top 5.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It's a very Galarian Pokemon.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I would agree with that.
Yep.
It's blocking Grimmsnarl from making it into the top 5 existing, but that's okay.
I'm okay with that.
It's between those two, and they're both.
So
good.
what do you got for the bottom 5 there, Claude?
Oh yes, I got to do bottom. So the bottom 5, Drizzile. I think it's awful. I think it's ugly. I think it's dumb. I don't like it.
Man, that's a raving review.
Yep. Sorry,
yeah,
I don't. The middle stages of starters are either really good or really bad, in my opinion. And this is the really bad one.
I think there's we were talking about this before the show today, but I think the middle stage evolutions for starter Pokemon are generally good. There's like a couple misses. Drizzile, I think, is the worst defender, by far. Because it goes from like Sobble. I just don't think they knew what to do with the line thematically. Honestly, like
it doesn't follow a theme. It's really
weird. It's really weird. Like starters usually follow like some kind of theme, or at least like it feels like the Pokemon is growing up. And I guess it is kind of growing up, but it's a really awkward growing up where it's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan.
It's like a crybaby into an emo into a secret agent.
Into a secret agent movie star?
Exactly.
Into a sniper, mind you. Remember, it becomes a sniper when it G-Max.
Yes, it does.
There really isn't. I don't know where they were going.
Man, we're doing this way too fast. We're agreeing way too hard here.
Sorry. Oh, it's
go for controversy.
Yeah.
Tell everyone you hate Wooloo. It's fine.
Okay. Whoa.
I like that Claude's like, whoa.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Whoa. We don't need the internet brigading us, okay?
This is where I draw the line.
That's the line, huh? It's just
it's the Wooloo. Yeah, of course. It's gotta be.
All right. Well, let's see here then. Okay, I guess it's back to me then. It's back to me. And so I get to pick a Generation 8 Pokemon that I think is good and one that I think is bad. And these are wonderful, wonderful questions. Because I think Gen 8 overall is probably better than average in Pokemon designs. It's a smaller number, obviously, than some generations.
It's about average.
Gen 5 also exists to bring the average down, very hard. But I think there's a good number of designs that are just like, this is just a good design. And one of them, I could say one, but I think I want to say it for Gen 9. But the one of them that I think is really interesting and really cool, and honestly just really cute, is Ice Cube. I just really like Ice Cube.
Ice Cube's great, and I
hate Ice Cube.
I hate Ice Cube when it doesn't have the ice cube on its head.
I thought I was about to put it in the bottom.
Ice Cube is adorable.
Like without the ice cube, I don't like it, but with the ice cube, I love it.
I think its face is hilarious.
If they could have they made ice cube molds of this yet?
Yes.
I feel like they have to exist, right?
Right?
Pokemon
Ice cube
Center
molds for this
probably
exist,
made
right?
them.
We're going to find out here. This is important to me.
The question is, do you have the little penguins as the sticks? That's the
they do exist with the little penguins as a stick. Oh, it does
question.
exist.
Make like little juice pops. Yeah.
It does. They're sold out. I can't buy them right now, but I need to find out how I can get some of these on eBay.
Yes. Go for it. Do it. Report back.
Wait. Oh, buy it?
Yeah, of course.
I can't. They don't have them in stock.
No, you
sold
find
out.
them. You said I'm gonna have to find this and find a way to get it. I'm like, yes, do it, please.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I probably will if I remember.
I'm just agreeing with you.
Oh, good. Good, Clod. Good. I just think it'd be cool as like the big ice cube in like an old fashioned or something, you know.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That would just be the ice cube face. But yeah, I mean, if you feel that much against it though, we don't have to put it in the top.
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
I don't like Ice Cube. I think it's a cool Ice Cube, but I don't like Ice Cube very much personally.
That's fine. I think the shiny's really good too.
I think it's got a really cool gimmick.
Yeah, the gimmick's great.
The gimmick's really cool.
I don't like the design. That's all I'm basing this off of.
They don't have the shiny version.
It's shiny as cherry, like shaved cherry ice.
Yeah,
Great.
It's good. It's actually very good. I'm surprised I don't have the shiny on this. Now I have to find the shiny Ice Cube. But yeah, no, Ice Cube is great.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
I like Ice Cube. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do it, Claude.
I have one more I care about getting on this list, and that's about it. So once
I'm slapping
cross
Ice
that
Cube
bridge,
up there
we're
then
fine.
because nobody
Great,
told me
go
I
for it.
can't. Nobody told me I can't, except for Claude. So actually, Claude told me I could.
I said you
Just
could.
trying to
so
save
it's
that
fine.
slot for Snom. It's fine.
Absolutely not.
Please no. Like it's like
So
if
here's the
Charizard ends
thing,
up
I
on
was
any
at-
more of our lists, so help me God. Okay.
It was.
I think Snom is not worth it.
I was editing the trivias from the old episodes from when
Yeah.
Clark came, and my God, we were Snom. So
Snom,
much Snom.
so much Snom. I think Snom is
Too much
overrated.
Snom.
I'm Snommed
Okay, so now
out.
I get to go for the bottom. I think this is easier. The bottoms are always easier. And I want to do it just because I think it's dumb, and
Do it.
I don't think any of us like it. And I
There are
think
a
the
lot of
answer
them.
is
There are plenty of good.
I
options
just
here.
described half of Galar.
You did.
The answer is Zarude. Zarude.
I like Zarude.
Oh, thank God.
I love
Thank
Zarude.
God, it's so bad.
Oh, I think
You
it's
like
dirty.
it?
Mine if it wasn't yours.
I
Why do you
love
like-
Zarude.
What? Okay, I'm not gonna do you
That's
dirty
fine.
twice,
No, it's
Claude.
fine. It's
no, I'm
fine.
not gonna
No,
do you
you-
dirty twice.
It's not the one I'm fighting for, so it's okay.
You know,
I don't want to do you dirty.
Tell us why he doesn't belong there.
Tell us why he doesn't belong, Claude. We need to know.
Why? I just
Tell
think
us
he's
why
cool.
his cape is so cool.
I like the cape.
I'm not even saying Dada Zarude. I'm just saying Zarude. Hard stop.
I understand.
Tell us why he's a mythical.
Yeah, why do you like him?
I think he's cool. I don't have another way to say
Okay.
that. I think he's cool.
That's
I
fair.
Like
I like Primeape. I just like Primeape, okay? I don't know why I like Primeape. I just like Primeape. That's very valid. All right. Well, we don't have to put him on the bottom. I'm gonna refrain because I'm not putting Claude's favorites on the bottom.
No, it's okay.
No, it's fine. We got 3 for the top, 3 for the bottom right now. We're gonna go to Sigma now.
As funny as it would be to art, while I'm down at the bottom of the list and looking at Charizard's skull on Regidrago, I won't do that.
I would fight you on
actually-
Regidrago because I think Regidrago is still cool despite the Charizard reference.
I think Regieleki is cooler, but that's neither.
I
here
agree
nor
with
there.
you, but I still think
either-
Regidrago is cool.
What I actually want to argue for is Indeedee.
Okay, yeah. On the bottom or on the
It's
top?
like Audino done right. I don't know.
Oh, okay. We're talking on the top. Okay. Have you considered that it doesn't have a neck?
I have considered this.
Have you
Its
considered the
neck
lack of
is-
a neck is disturbing?
The bat. Well, does it not have a neck, or its hands?
Wait, this
on
is
the-
top?
Yeah, he's saying for top, Claude. This is why I'm confused.
Wait.
Have you never played doubles?
It doesn't mean that it's a good Pokemon just because it's good in doubles.
It's a Butler. They are Felicia and Jacob.
It's the emotion Pokemon.
Yeah. I don't think this is a right choice.
Wow.
I'm gonna agree with Clod. I think design wise it disturbs me too much. I think competitively it is very good, obviously. I just don't want it in the top.
See, I like them, but okay, fine. Let's go find a bottom. I'm gonna go with an easy bottom and say that.
If you had told me that was bottom, I would have agreed with you. Is the problem?
Yeah.
I hate Grapple-Locked with passion. I understand not wanting to make another one fighting, but like
if you had said the baby form, I would have been upset. But you said the evolved form.
The big one.
There are a lot of evolved Pokemon that don't live up to the baby hype.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't even feel bad because like Grapple-Locked is like the perfect example of a Pokemon that suffered from like the new era post Dexit. And I'm not saying this as somebody who's upset about Dexit, but it's just like a shame because like they came out with this Pokemon and then it's just gone. It's not in Gen 9. Mm. Nobody remembers it. And I get that's fine. You don't need Grapple-Locked. It's fine. You need Clobopus. You need Clobopus.
I just don't understand what they were doing with it. Let me ask you a question. Do you know what its signature move does, Thatch?
There's a signature move.
It has a signature move named Octo-Lock.
Yeah, it does.
Known only to Grapple-Locked.
Why?
It is a fighting move and it is a status move. What does it do?
I'm looking at it right now and it's just mean look.
It's mean.
It also lowers defense and special defense
and special defense every turn.
Oh, fancy schmancy over here.
Now, are you surviving 2 turns with Grapple-Locked? Probably not.
Yeah, actually,
defense drop doesn't matter.
Yeah,
and they probably already switched out before you clicked it. So
well, in doubles, it looks like it spreads in doubles though.
Yeah, but then you're using Grapple-Locked.
Yes.
Who is a mono fighting type, mind you.
Poor guy. I like mono fighting types. There's not a lot of them. I just like them.
There are a ton of them. What are you talking about? There's an entire
there's not a lot that matter. Okay.
There's an entire Machop line, and there are their Unova variants. There are a lot of mono fighting types, which makes it even worse.
Oh, Gen 5, the original regional forms.
Yeah, it also has Topsy-Turvy, which is kind of neat, I guess, but like that's not saving Grapple-Locked.
No. I'm okay putting Grapple-Locked on the bottom. I'm not trying to.
I completely forgot that it evolved by learning Taunt.
I
completely forgot.
Wait, that's how it evolved? I thought it was. Oh my gosh, it is. I didn't realize that.
Okay.
I mean, I just caught the wild one. I don't know if I've ever evolved one.
I don't know that I've ever evolved one either. Now that you told me, I don't remember this.
Water. You just catch one. Like you don't evolve it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's also shout out to Bolton for not having anything to its name like a signature attack or signature ability. It's just
it has a signature like 121 speed, I think, that only it has.
It is faster than Alola, yes.
All right, so we've got 4 on the bottom now. Mr. Rhyme, Bolton, Drizzile, and Grapple-Locked. 3 on the top. Only 3 on the top. Surfetched, Obstagoon, Ice Cube.
Okay, I have to bring out.
It's your turn.
One that I have to fight for and try to at least. Flapple.
I wasn't gonna bring it. I wasn't gonna bring up any of the apples, but if we're gonna do Flapple, I'm okay with it because I think Flapple is better than Appleton in terms of just like a cool Pokemon look.
Though. We can put that whole line in there for all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah, they're both solid. I always thought Appleton's the one with like the life-size plush that everyone loves. It just kind of sits there, thick, fat on a dragon grass. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Flapple kind of lost all its use once it lost the ability to Dynamax with Hustle.
I honestly, the reason they gave us Hydrapple and everything is because they got rid of Dynamax, which was like Appleton's thing, or not Appleton, but also, Appleton and Flapple's
I guess
thing.
That's like the worst part of that line is the fact that they didn't get unique Gigantamaxes. It's so weird.
I think they did that on purpose to be cute. I don't think they did that to be weird.
Yes.
I know, but I don't like it.
I mean, Flapple's great.
Flapple was a big
Grass
part
Dragon's
of like
cool.
my Galar experience, in my opinion.
I mean, I think it's cool. I wish it was a little faster.
Yeah. It's only base like 70, right?
Speed. Yeah, it's base 70. It's a little awkward.
The only thing I really hate about Applin now and its line is because they came out with Dipplin and Hydrapple because they made it so weird.
It is very
in that,
weird.
like one of them can evolve and then evolve again, but the other ones can't. And yeah, I don't know. Like
they should evolve into Hydrapple when they learn Dragon.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be funny if they could all evolve into Hydrapple though?
Ooh, that would be.
I think that would be cool. It wouldn't make sense since they.
Yeah, I mean, neither does their Gmax. So
this is fair. They chill in their apple, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, but the Applin's the one I wanted to fight for. Applin and Flapple and Obstagoon were the two like big parts of Galar that I really really enjoyed. I mean, there's other ones that I liked, but we already talked about Surfetched, and so
Surfetched is good.
Yeah, Surfetched is fun.
Now, if we want to go to the bottom, I've gotten through Drizzile, and I feel like we need to talk about the elephant in the room, and by that I mean Calyrex.
Yeah.
So here's the awkward part. I hate when it's riding a horse, but I hate it by itself. I like it on like the horses. I hate it by itself. I love it by itself, and I hate it on the horses. They are the worst thing.
Okay,
so
I mean,
I think it's saved for me. I think it's saved for me by just the story that happened because they were good at it.
The story is solid,
and like the way that Calyrex interacts with you, I think is very cool. And very interesting.
I can pivot to a different bottom. That's fine. I this one wasn't, not sold either way on this. And if I'm pivoting to Tox.
Oh, I forgot this was for the bottom. I'm actually okay. Because I hate the fact that they gave it really good spread moves with 100% accuracy when
I like its lore though. Its lore so good. It Dynamaxes without using Dynamax energy.
Toxel on the bottom because that was the other one I had that didn't.
Toxel is a great answer to the bottom, I think.
Toxel is a useless baby Pokemon that is awful, that evolves into a wonderful Pokemon Toxtricity, which I should have said for the top. I completely forgot about until this moment. But
no, Toxel is such a good one. It's such a good bad version because we didn't need it. Well, it's okay that Toxel exists, but it shouldn't have been a baby Pokemon, right?
Correct.
Like I would, the Drizzile's design would have been better utilized for something where you like combine Toxel and Drizzile to evolving into Toxtricity. I would have been okay with that.
What?
Well, no, like you want something that's like a emo hipster that's like rocking out, right? And then it evolves into a base
Drizzile
player.
goes into I would love it if Drizzile was the first form and it evolved either into Toxtricity or Obstagoon.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like some combination of Toxel and like you make a design that's Toxel crossed with Drizzile.
Sure.
Yeah. Like a Moody team evolving into a rocker. Sure.
Yeah, I hate that it's a baby Pokemon with the species of the baby Pokemon.
Why does it have a diaper?
Yeah, it's just disturbing all around. It's just disturbing. Toxtricity is so cool.
Toxel at the bottom.
Yeah, we all agree on that.
Like, the only other thing that, since we've gone through 2 rounds, are there any other Pokemon we want to bring up as potential top 5 candidates?
I mean, we have spaces in the top still.
We only have one space on the top, and then we have one space. I'm okay with us having a joint discussion for the top, that last slot.
Okay, because the only other one I'd think of is, you have Toxtricity, and if you want to bring any of the new like Hisuian forms, none of them screamed happy, like super cool to me. I know people are gonna be upset if we don't talk about Dragapult as a top
Dragapult.
The
I
ones that
Cramorant is a cool design.
The ones I would bring up. I mean, Dragapult's certainly one of them. Cleavor was the one I was thinking, or even Urshifu. I really like Urshifu.
I hate Urshifu so much.
Well, we're not going to do it. But Cleavor, I think, is really cool.
Cleavor and Toxtricity were the other, or Dragapult, like those are
cool. I'd be down with Toxtricity.
Like all my rockers.
Like Toxtricity.
Man, I'd be okay with Toxtricity as well. I think Toxtricity is a good Pokemon.
I think there's nothing wrong with Toxtricity. It's got a really cool typing too. Like
I agree. Because the only other bottom one I had that I felt strongly about was Arctivish, but I don't like a lot of the fossils.
I think all the fossils are like fine at worst.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's okay. Then that's cool.
Like Arctivish is the bottom one for me, but then I'm like, but his head's upside down, and that kind of redeems him.
Yeah, I think Toxtricity makes the most sense. I think Toxtricity is a good Gen 5 design or Gen 8 design. Oh my gosh, my brain's not working. But yeah, I think it's a great Gen 8 design. I think it's just it's very well done.
Both of them. Like both of them.
Both of them, yeah. Both of them are. I am like I don't like that there's two forms because there's like not really much difference in the plus and minus. They
get like one move difference.
I think there's like one move different, but it's fine.
One of them gets like shift gears, and the other one gets some useless move.
Some other dumb use
exactly.
Like
you
neither
always run
neither of them want those moves, right? Like neither of them want those moves.
The only
you can shift
and
like shift.
Only other thing is, I will say Dragapult is a super cool, super useful, super.
It is like, one of the
actual mod. I think it's of the generation.
It's probably one of my favorite designs for a pseudo legend.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like,
and I love that it shoots its babies out, especially after Komoa was so boring the previous generation.
Absolutely.
So like, I know people are going to be upset if we don't put that in there. Because like I feel like if you think Galar, you don't think necessarily Toxtricity, even though I love Toxtricity more. I think we should, like, if we're doing our due diligence, Dragapult would be there. So it depends on what you care about.
We're not doing due diligence. This is our list.
I think my main issue with
Toxtricity it is.
Yeah, I'm better with Toxtricity because here's the thing: if Dragapult was Leon's ace, I'd be okay with Dragapult. But no,
Dragapult should have been Leon's ace. Dragapult should have been
Leon's ace. If it was Leon's ace, I'd be all for it. But no, they gave him Charizard instead.
Also, if they gave him Aegis
no, you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct though. Like Dragapult,
they shafted poor Dragapult. Like
Dragapult was so good. And it should have been his ace, just like how many champions before him had like the dragon as their ace.
Yeah,
it would have been. Yeah, I agree. Like this could have been a real Cynthia moment, but no, they're just like. But what if it was just Charizard?
I guess they didn't want a Pokemon that sacrificed their children to be.
Yeah, but I'm just really upset with the Charizard love, and we've said this several times on the show.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense if you're the league and you're trying to make the champion be a big thing. The thing that you give him with all those sponsors is Charizard, which is the base of being fake.
I do think that they should have. I think they should have allowed you to catch Charmander earlier. What they should have done what they should have done to make it not as bad is they should have also done like a second round of starters like they did in Gen 6.
Yes.
Where you pick one of the three.
It would have been awkward being Gen 1 starters again.
That's fine. I wouldn't be upset with that being another callback to Gen 1 because they're going to do it anyway. They were already doing it though, right? With Charizard being his ace, they're already doing it.
That's fair.
I think it's perfectly fine and allowed.
Do you want to put G-Max Charizard on the bottom?
In my heart, it's on the bottom.
Yes. Correct.
But yeah, okay. So for those of you at home,
I think that's our list.
Yeah, that is our list. For those of you at home, our top 5 is Sirfetch'd, Obstagoon, Ice-Q, Flapple, and Toxtricity. Our bottom 5 is Mr. Rhyme, Boltund, Drizzile, Graplocked, and Toxel. So yeah, let us know in the email what your top and bottom 5 Gen 8 Pokemon are. And we hope to hear from you guys and hear what they are. Yeah. But yeah, that has been our topic today. We are going to go ahead and we're going to kick it on over then to our PokeOpinion. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. Welcome to Puckle's PokeOpinion. Puckle's a PokeOpinion is where I just ask a random question and we just give our thoughts on it. And this week we wanted to ask because people forget this game exists constantly, and I want them to remember that it's coming and it's going to change everything.
It might come this year.
It's probably coming this year. I think it's coming this year.
I just don't think it'll come in December.
December-ish time frame. I agree with that. Pokemon Champions, though, will it replace VGC? And I don't understand how we say anything but yes. But
so, all right. So I like I will give the other argument just for the sake of this.
Yeah, sure.
And that's, it depends on how they do champions. Because I can see a world where, because they had Battle Revolution, but that wasn't the main thing.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they played
it. Actually, that
tournament.
is how they did a lot of stuff for a lot of tournaments.
The issue is it didn't work with Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Yeah, that's why they didn't do it, was after Heart Gold Soul Silver, but they did do Battle. Let me look this up, actually.
I'm pretty sure there's a World's Finals done on Battle Revolution.
I can see, like, the first, like, I can see it switching over for a little bit, but, like, you know, not being there. I think we can get a format or two of champions.
Okay, actually, so like modern Pokemon VGC, like the tournament circuit, didn't happen until Platinum. So they did actually never use Pokemon Battle Revolution then. So they did not use it, but I do remember, and this is probably what Sigma's remembering, Pokemon Battle Revolution did host tournaments in a lot of GameStops when it released. And you had to bring your own Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, but you would hook up to Pokemon Battle Revolution, and then if you won, you would like you'd win a copy of the game or something like that.
I thought like the earliest footage of VGC we had was from.
I don't think so. I don't think so. VGC was done on Platinum first. Well, it was also easier just to like for the number of people to have them all sit down and just play on their DSs, right? Oh wait! Oh, somebody found a video of it. But yeah, I think they probably used because Guaranteer and Origin form is not in Pokemon Battle Revolution. Yeah,
but Legends weren't allowed anyway.
Yeah,
like it wasn't until June. The reason it's called GS Cup is because it's
Gold Silver. Yeah, or Gold Silver. Yeah, you're right.
So it didn't matter that Giratina wasn't
So
there.
I mean, like they usually stick to the main game, and that's the only reason not to use champions, and that's literally it. That's my own.
So here's my thought process.
Yeah.
Let's say you have doubles, but it doesn't support VGC. How many people who play doubles continue to play? And that's how we're marketing that game. Like you lose 70% of the people who are playing doubles if VGC is not tied to it, right?
Oh, 100%.
Something like that.
It's going to replace VGC because the argument for needing the new game isn't that you need the new game to play Pokemon Champions, right? You need the new game to get the new Pokemon, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that's going to be the excuse. That's going to be the answer.
Is what it's going to end up being. But
yeah,
which I'm sure people will be upset about. But
I think the bigger question I have,
a good way to go.
The bigger question I have related towards Pokemon Champions is just the timing of like VGC switchovers, right? Because when we think about like, so typically Pokemon games will release in November. Like I fully expect Pokemon, whatever the next games are, to release in November 2026. But we probably won't get
PLZA to be October until they were like, oh, and there's a Switch 2.
I think ZA's gonna be November. Yeah.
Exactly. No, it's not gonna be the Christmas game, or they would have already announced the date. I think they would have already announced it.
I don't know about that. I think the second they announced a Switch 2 version, November went back on the
exactly.
November back on the menu. Okay. I still don't feel that way, but we'll see. Even then,
I don't think it's a guarantee. But before we knew about the Switch 2 version, I assumed it was in October. Just
for the sake of my argument for Pokemon Champions, I want to let's say Pokemon Legends ZA comes out November, right? They want Mega Evolutions and everything to be the next big thing for VGC. But it usually takes roughly like 3-ish months for us to get home compatibility with the Pokemon game. More if you're BDSP. And
to be fair, they just waited to do it with.
They did it with Legends Arceus,
Legends
right?
Arceus. Like I understand why they didn't do like 2 separate. It's like we would just wait.
But yeah. So it usually takes about 3 months. I'm wondering because typically TCG rotation happens in like April timeframe now, right? I'm wondering if they're going to line up like VGC quote unquote rotation with TCG rotation and just wait for the new home to come out.
That.
You don't expect that?
I don't expect they'll line them up because who cares?
No.
I'm expecting that they'll still do something like the 4 month season doing Scarlet and Violet. Like We have
I just
rule
expected.
set for
I just
4 months,
expected.
and then we
Maybe
get
they're not
swayed.
intentionally lining it up, but I think it's going to accidentally line up, and it's just going to be a nice coincidence.
My expectation is it lines up with the beginning of like the calendar year, because that's when Japan cares about applying for nationals.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious if that changes. Like, it's a very minor change to the circuit and doesn't matter in the long term of things. It also won't matter once Champions gets rolling anyway, because it's just gonna be like, yeah, use whatever rule set we tell you to use on Champions. And it won't be tied to when the next game comes out. But yeah, you're just gonna need to buy the new game to get the new Pokemon. Like, that's just how it's gonna work.
My assumption is that the first format is going to be essentially constructed version of PLZA.
Yes.
Like, okay, we're using PLZA decks for the next 4 months or something.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
That is my assumption for the first rule set that they are going to use.
Do with Champions. Yeah. I don't expect I can see Champions waiting until like early next year. Just because they're gonna wait for like the home release with ZA. And
well, I remember, so that's the weird thing. Like, are there going to be new Pokemon? Like, will it matter if they wait?
I don't,
because you can already have all the Pokemon, right?
I think they're going to code in. Yeah, I agree. I don't think new Pokemon. I think maybe new Megas. That's about it.
Yeah, I think it's the new Megas.
I guess Floette might be a new Pokemon, and that's might be it. Maybe the starter
Eternal
form.
Floette? No.
I if they do that, I think that's going to be locked away as like a not usable Pokemon for VGC.
It could be a mythical,
or it's a
its stats are
like
its stats are in line with what it was before they cut it out of the code. Its stats were in line with like what a legendary today with its 555 stat.
Yeah,
I think it was 551 because one under which had a very high stat total for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I think it's just going to be whatever. And you guys, I don't know if you have final thoughts on any of that, but
like, I don't think Scarlet and Violet are going to have I don't believe that is I can't imagine it, right?
Yeah. You're right. But yeah. All right. Well, that's Puckle's Poke Opinion. You could, of course, let us know in the emails this week. Do you think Pokemon Champions is going to replace VGC? Why or why not? Let us know. puclpodcast@gmail.com. Until then, we're going to kick it on over to our mailbag segment. Welcome to our mailbag segment. This is traditionally where you would send us emails at puclpodcast@gmail.com. But we didn't get any this week. Well, we got a couple, but they were a little off topic. So we wanted to kind of just do our own thing this week. But welcome to the mailbag, where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com. We typically have a question. Next week, your question is, what are your top 5, bottom 5 Galar Gen 8 Pokemon? Let us know, puclpodcast@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can let us talk about Pokemon Champions to us. We don't really care. But today we're going to play Pokemon 15 questions, where I'm going to have a Pokemon and these two have to guess it out of 15 questions. They're going to take turns asking questions together as a team. But what also we're going to do is, before that, I want to bring back YouTube comment of the week. And show it up.
Sorry, I gotta find this somehow.
Yeah, I guess the YouTube comment can win the Green Tauros badge this week. Yeah. So this is from Brian Husky 57818, and he said this is my favorite. This is my favorite comment that we've received in a very long time. But this was, I'd love a Pokemon game set in Ohio. Instead of feeding my mons berries and sandwiches, I can give them Skyline and graders. So thank you for that, Brian Husky. You know what? If you're in the Discord server, you can ask for the Green Tauros badge and we will give it to you. But if you'd like your comment highlighted, be sure to comment on our YouTube video if you're watching us over there. And if you're not, please subscribe and like the video as well. And if you're just listening on Spotify or whatever, if you like us or leave us a comment on the episode there as well, that helps us out as well. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go pull up a random number generator. And you guys are gonna tell me about how many Pokemon are there now? 10,025 or 1,025?
1,025, maybe, yeah.
Yep. Okay. I've got a number.
It's gonna be real sad when it's Shadow Lugia, and we never saw it coming.
It's Shadow Lugia. It can't be Shadow Lugia. I did a regular number.
Okay.
All right. So yes. Okay. I have a Pokemon.
Okay.
So you guys can feel free to go, and we're gonna also lay down the rules that you can't like do Dex number having stuff like that.
Yeah.
You say that like we'd figure it out by Dex number. Like we know the Dex numbers.
Or like knowing whether or not it's what gen it is or something like that, right? You can't just be like, is it before Gen 4?
Do we want to do like fun questions or like actual questions?
I feel like hard mode would be fun questions for you.
Asking if it shares a typing with an evolution.
Does it share a typing with an evolution? That'll be their first question. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
With an evolution, it does not share a typing with an evolution.
Interesting.
Okay. If this Pokemon were to go to a fast food restaurant, do you think they would order?
These are yes or no questions. These are yes or no questions, Clod.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Do you think they would order a burger?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, it's Miltank. It wouldn't eat itself.
Exactly. Wait, no. It doesn't share a type with an evolution. We're fine.
No, Eevee's not an evolution.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Is it a dual type Pokemon?
No.
All right. I'm trying to think of. Would you say this
still on the table? It would not.
Would you say this Pokemon is a good swimmer?
No, I wouldn't.
It's a rock. It's rock and roll because he can't eat.
Could you imagine rock and roll? It would just sink and
like,
die, right? Like it just sinks and dies.
It just sinks and can't eat because it doesn't have a mouth. Everything's coming up rock and roll.
How does rock and roller survive? I am confused by the.
All right.
I need one of those like duo documentaries on Rogan Rolla now.
All right. So we know that it's not a dual type, right?
It's not a dual type.
Monotype that is not an evolution.
Not an evolution. Would not order a burger and probably not a good swimmer. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So would this Pokemon be a fighting type in the TCG?
Is that what you asked? If it'd be a fighting type in the TCG?
Yes.
No.
All right. That gets rid of ground, rock, fighting. That gets rid of a decent, actually. I'm okay.
That's actually a lot that overlaps with the evolutions. Wow, that's a good question, actually.
That's because they're all physical types and evolutions are all special types.
Yeah.
Like it works out real well.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta think of another question. All right. They wouldn't swim, so it means it's probably not any sort of water.
Tank is fat. It would float, but it might not swim. Its arms are little.
It knows surf though, so it would be a good swimmer. So basically,
so does Rhydon. That doesn't make it a good swimmer.
It can surf. Of course, that makes it a good swimmer.
I will give you the wait. Actually, this one does learn surf. This Pokemon does learn surf, but I don't think it'd be a good swimmer. But it does learn surf.
Ooh, exciting!
Ooh, it's even better. All right, so that just narrowed it down drastically.
Did it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's not a water type that can know surf, you're looking at like a dragon type. Oh, you said it wouldn't be a good swimmer, so it's probably not a dragon type now.
I mean, Tauros.
Based on looks alone, this is probably maybe judgmental.
Goodra can surf. Dragon, we don't have.
A lot of the dragons can probably surf. So you're taking out all the dragon types right there. You maybe have like it's not Rhyperior because we know it's not rock, ground, or fighting.
We also know it's a monotype.
And it's monotype, so it's maybe a mono bug or mono normal.
I thought he said it could surf, but it can't.
It couldn't. I thought he said it can surf, but it can't.
I don't think it would be good at swimming based on literally nothing but vibes.
It is a Pokemon
based on nothing but vibes,
so it's not a bug.
Okay. But based on vibes, got it. If is this a type of Pokemon that your stereotypical edgelord might be really into?
No, it's not Sneasel.
Well, there's multiple that fit that category, not just Sneasel.
The answer is no. An edgelord would not think would not be into this Pokemon.
Okay, that crosses off like Weavile. That crosses off Zangoose.
I mean, it's a monotype, so it doesn't.
Crosses off Zangoose.
Zangoose can surf?
Yeah, it can.
There's like a surprising number of Pokemon that can surf.
But it would have never used a special attack anyway because it's Is this Pokemon a poison, bug, or dragon type?
No.
All right.
Wait. So that means it has to be normal?
I don't
Or
think
ghost?
it has to. Yeah, ghost is on the table. Steel's on the table.
Normal, ghost, steel. Okay, so maybe a steel type that can no surf. All right.
Steel types would not swim well.
No, that is the thought process right now. Okay.
They could walk on the bottom of the water, but I don't think they swim.
This
well.
is such a weird question.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to like make things.
I know it's very
this.
funny. This is the best. This is the best one we've ever done.
Nonsense question with Clod while I'm going no nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's really fun. It's really fun watching Clod just ask
It's
random
fun.
questions and using that information.
We're actually making progress. But
yeah, we are.
It's still very fun.
Okay. So I guess my next question is gonna be if you owned one of these Pokemon, would you be able to ride this Pokemon?
No.
Is it rideable? No, you can't ride this Pokemon. Got it. All right, there goes Go-Go.
Go-Go was gone because it's Leafeon. Yes.
Oh darn, you're right.
Does Go-Go get surf? It does.
Yes, it does.
Oh my god.
It goes. What do you expect from a Go-Go? It has to go.
Yeah.
Water will not stop the Go-Go.
Okay. I'm like, since you said it wouldn't be a good surfer. In my mind that means it can't, like, it's. There's.
I don't know. It's up to it's Sigma's turn. It's Sigma's turn. You guys are on 7
I'm trying
questions.
to think of something to narrow it down a little more. Is this Pokemon part of an evolutionary?
No.
So it's a mono Pokemon. It is a single Pokemon of a single type with surf.
So let me run through the list of Pokemon in my head that I think this could potentially be.
Miltank?
Terapagos.
Tauros.
Terapagos comes to my mind. Tauros. Miltank.
Imagine if he high rolled Terapagos. Good
Man,
old
that'd
number
be a high roll.
1024.
Yeah, I know. I guess you could be Goodra, but I think Goodra would be able to surf pretty well.
I think I got Dragon out of it.
No,
Dragon's also gone. The only types you guys have left are like
poison.
normal,
It's
ghost, and normal steel and
Oh,
ghost.
yeah, normal steel and ghost. Okay. Never mind then.
So it's like Tauros, Miltank. I don't know mono steel.
I don't think any steel types get surf, or many mono steel get surf. But
I'm pretty sure Aggron gets surf, but it's not Aggron unless it's Mega Aggron. But
maybe it's just
a random number generator doesn't give him Mega.
It doesn't type -M after it, right? So
yeah,
right, yeah.
I think it has to be either Tauros or Miltank. Actually, I don't even think Miltank gets surf, does it?
I just assumed it got surf because Tauros did.
Is it Tauros?
are you asking that question?
No, that's not fun. You're right. That's not me.
We have to. How many questions do we have left?
You are at 8. You have 7 left.
Okay.
Oh wow, we have a lot more than I thought.
Well,
yeah, Clod's question about surf really helped.
You couldn't write it. You said you couldn't write it. So
yeah, you couldn't write it.
You could ride a Tauros. That's the whole point.
You do ride a Tauros.
Exactly.
You ride it in Alola.
So now I'm so confused. Maybe
you don't ride a Miltank though, who is still not eating a burger.
I am so lost at what this could be anymore. Like,
you gotta ask me a question. I need a question.
Gosh, you're right. You do. You are 100%. You need a question. Does this okay. Do you think this Pokemon would serve any other function outside of battling?
Yes.
Like, would it have a normal job and not just be a battler, or would it be a pure battler? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, it has been depicted in pieces of Pokemon media as doing so.
Oh no, Miltank's still on the table. Actually, it's probably Chance.
Smeargle, Chansey, Jinx come to my mind.
Oh, no, Chansey's in an evolution line. It's not Chansey.
Smeargle.
Audino. I don't know if it gets her.
I don't think it gets... I don't know. Like, what am I talking about?
I honestly have no clue if Audino gets her. But technically, Audino does fill things in here. I think it matches. It probably would. I would peg Audino as a vegetarian.
Kangaskhan.
And you wouldn't ride it. What?
Sorry, Kangaskhan's an option.
But you could ride a Kangaskhan.
I don't.
I think you do.
You would ride in a Kangaskhan. You wouldn't.
You sit on its? Don't you sit on its arms on Let's Go? Like, are you carried around by?
I don't know the answer to that. That's a good question.
Is Kangaskhan a ride? I feel like it's a ride Pokemon in Let's Go.
But like Kangaskhan and Miltank are things that come to my mind. I'm trying to think of more things. What else do we have?
Whose turn is it to ask a question?
I think it's mine.
It's yours. Yeah, Sigma.
Do we? I guess we just figure out if it's a normal. Is it a normal Pokemon?
Yeah, it's a normal type.
Okay, we have Audino, Miltank, Tauros. No, it can't be Tauros. Miltank, Audino. Well, you could ride a Miltank, I think.
No, you can't. It stands on 2 legs.
Okay,
Have
Miltank.
you ever seen
Have you ever
seen a Miltank walk on 4 legs?
Bouffalante. You could ride Bouffalante, I think. We know it's normal type, so like this is. I feel like it has to be Audino or Miltank.
No evolution line. It could have a though.
Exactly. I'm like trying to think through the Pokemon in my head and. All right,
there are a lot of random mononormal types. Oh no.
Oh, okay. All right, I think I have it. Would this Pokemon be found behind the counter at a Pokemon Center?
It would.
So it's Audino. All right. My thought process was going, oh no, what if we forgot cast?
What if it's Silvally?
Are you asking if it's Audino? You haven't asked yet.
I haven't asked. But what if it's Silvally?
You don't find
if it's Silvally, it got beat up so bad. Like it was behind the counter Pokemon at the Pokemon Center.
I mean, technically, Miltank could get Heal Bell, but I think it's Audino.
I think it's Audino too.
Are you asking?
Yeah. Is it Audino?
It is Audino, yes. It is National Dex number 531, which is what I rolled.
Wow, that's like right in the middle.
Yeah, when Clod was like, is it a good swimmer? I'm like, probably not based on this. I'm getting like real like right. Suburban mom energy here, you know?
That's good.
I like the random questions asked. That was so much
they
more
helped
fun.
more than they should have. They helped more than they should have.
I know. And that's the best part about it.
Like
definitely
asking about whether or not I would eat a burger or
I agree. It's probably
would not eat a burger. Yeah, it would definitely not order a burger. That's for sure.
All right. Well, that has been that has been our episode of the Puckle Podcast this week. If you'd like to email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com. We will, of course. Go ahead, Claude.
So if you liked this and you want more of Claude asks random questions during this, don't send in trivia. Just let me have more fun.
Send in emails. Yeah.
Yes, or send an email if you want more of just Claude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just emails asking for Claude. Yeah. But with that, guys, if you want to keep up with us throughout the week, you could do so over at our Discord server at pucldiscord.com. You can also follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Additionally, you can follow us over at Twitch at twitch.tv/thepucklpodcast and youtube.com/pucklpodcast, where you can catch us streaming, myself at least right now, on Wednesdays. I think this week we're just going to do more TCG, which is honestly fun. It was a nice low-key stream last week, so we're going to get back at it this week. We're building some decks in person as well as building some decks online and showing you guys how to play them if you're interested, or if you have tips and decks you want me to try out, send them to me and we'll give them a try. And of course, if you want to help support the show, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/pucklpodcast, and you can also sign up for our newsletter in the show notes. So please do that if you're interested. We have some goodies in there. You get some like really cool like community notes. I actually really like our newsletter. It's a lot of fun. And then, of course, if you would like, you can always go and support the show at trollandtoad.com and buy some cardboard like I do on a way too frequent basis. And use code puclpod5 at checkout for a 5% discount. But with that, guys, I have been Trainer Thatch.
I've been R Sigma.
And I've been Clod 9.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.